I'm competing here in Monaco. Last year I got a PR in the 400, and so we're looking for one this weekend in the 200, and we'll see how it goes. It's really great and really competitive, and yeah, hoping all the girls can push each other to a pretty quick race.
What is the goal?
I don't really put goals
You have
on
one in your
myself.
mind, I'm sure. You have one on your mind.
I'm pretty sure my coach probably does.
Yes, he does.
But I'm not one to really put down times. The main thing for me is just to go out there, have some fun, and see what time I can put down. But main thing.
Ça va, je suis pas stressée. Les 200 mètres, c'est vrai que deux fois c'est dur, deux fois c'est bien. Donc là, c'est juste essayer de reproduire ce qu'on a fait à l'entraînement. Comme moi, je l'ai dit, mes premiers 200 mètres, ça a été à Budapest. Et là, j'essaie de reprendre petit à petit la forme aux 200 mètres. Donc, je sais que la forme, elle est là. Donc, la saison, elle est longue, comme je l'essaie de le dire. Donc, je sais que je serai au top moment, au bon moment, en tout cas.
Yes, well, I'm okay. I'm fine. 200 is special, of course. Been running one in Budapest was the first one. Is sometimes it's hard, sometimes it's okay. So, but it's fine. The shape is there. I feel good. So I like to run a good race on the 200. C'est vrai que tu es.
You know, I think that's the specialty of the 200. You know, it's right in between the 100 and the 400. And for us 400 meter runners who come in, we're more of the late kickers, and you know, just trying to catch back up with the sprinters. And so, yeah, you know, she's obviously great at what she does in the 100. And so, yeah, my job is just to try and stay close as I can, coming off the curve, and yeah, just go from there.
C'est vrai que c'est.
Yeah, that was something that we were training for last year. Obviously, to dip under 49 seconds. Coach has been drilling it in my head, and he wanted it done in Monaco. So, yeah, we've been working towards that, and yeah, obviously this year as well, we're really working towards that as well. But yeah, that was a part of the plan last year, and we were really excited with it, and hoping for better this year.
Ways.
Yeah, it is really fantastic and surprised especially about the time, and I'm very happy still. I start in the back. I didn't feel good the first 2 laps, and I thought I feel like so horrible. And after
You were struggling at the time, yeah?
exactly, I was struggling. After 2 or 3 laps, I feel like very good, and I started moving forward. And I think the Ethiopian girl, she make really fast time, so I started moving forward, and I was really feel good until the last. Until the end, after I finish, I was like died.
Effectivement, le début de course est.
And I'm very happy, and I like Monaco, especially the weather is so beautiful and no windy. Like it's for run, it's really fantastic.
Oui, non,
I start very late in my season with
because it's a long one.
exactly
Yeah,
yeah. I start very late with my season, and Rabat I ran really unexpected time. I thought I always try to do under 4 minutes. I ran 3:55, and again I did in Eugene, Stanford, a very beautiful time. I hope I do here also very beautiful time.
So you're expecting a fast time tomorrow?
Yeah, I expected fast time. And
Place to be. My first personal best was here 2 years ago, and then the second one, and I hope the third one tomorrow will come.
Oui, j'aimerais effectivement faire un meilleur chrono.
Monaco is a nice place to be in Middle Eastern runners because the track is they don't have windy. It is it's nice for Middle Eastern, and I hope every time I come here I improve my personal best because of the weather, and hard working we are doing at with my coach training. It gives me the chance to improve my personal best. Yeah. It was about hamstring. I pulled on training. It was It was the time we are training about the indoors. So we are training hard. I didn't appear in indoors, but I was prepared to go indoors. But I get an injury. So when I'm in good shape, I think record will come. One time will come, God will give me that. And I have faith, one time I will run a world record. Yeah.
Effectivement. Alors.
C'était très long. Il y a des personnes qui ont cru en moi, qui m'ont beaucoup aidé, dont Renaud, qui, avec des paroles, avec des gestes, avec de l'accompagnement. Et j'ai peut-être été un peu fou à vouloir y croire. Et je pense que c'est grâce à ça que je suis aujourd'hui où j'en suis. Et c'est pas fini pour la perche et c'est pas fini avec la blessure non plus, car c'est un combat de tous les jours. Mais je préfère oublier et garder que le positif pour continuer d'avancer.
What to say? It was tough. It was difficult. I'm glad I was helped by some persons, and especially by Renaud, who helped me to come back. Maybe I was crazy enough to think that I will be back, and it worked. But it's a fight each day. It's a fight against, of course, for pole vault, but it's a fight also towards the injury. Nothing is over, totally over yet, and it's not easy.
For the Paris Diamond League meet, and I got a lot of good training in, and I jumped good in the Paris Diamond League meet. So, when I got the invite to go back this year between Lausanne and here in Monaco, I gladly accepted it, and we had a good time. We got a good jump session in his backyard, and so, I think we both got some good training. We're ready for tomorrow. Time I ever picked up a pole, it was so young. It was 4 or 5 years old. I get told I was, jumping with broomsticks onto the couches and stuff. And, growing up with my oldest brother, Andreas, who's 6 years older than me, I remember watching him jump in the backyard, and he would jump maybe 4 meters or so, and I thought it was so high that I don't get how anybody can possibly jump that high. And, I had a perfect setup. It's not the greatest pole vault setup in the world, but, just the fact that I had a facility in my backyard and it was so easy for me to jump every when I'm on the track, I feel like I've been doing this for a very long time, which I have, and,
A lot of experience, but young age, which is perfect perspective, huh?
Yeah, no, I feel like I have, close to the experience that all these guys have, which is true. And I sometimes I feel young, but when I'm on the track, that's a time where I don't feel young at all. I feel like I know what I'm doing, and I don't think they look at me as young. I think they just look at me as a competitor now. Necessarily, I was frustrated as much as, Sam and Piotr were unstoppable. When they have a competition where they have no misses all the way up.
It was a great meet, huh?
Yeah, all the way up to 6 meters. That's very hard to beat, and you're not going to beat that very much. And for sure, I guess I'm looking for a little better here in Monaco. I've never jumped here. I've heard it's it's
First time?
great,
It will be the first time tomorrow.
yeah, first time, and heard it's great facility, and if the conditions are good, then I think we'll with the great group of guys that we have now, I think it'll be great competition. I don't.
J'étais conscient que je me suis mis en difficulté direct en allant faire une compétition à Pierre-Bénite, en allant à Stanford aussi, parce que j'avais pas beaucoup de préparation technique et de repères, mais pour moi je savais que c'était un levier pour me bouger aussi, et puis aussi pour me faire plaisir de revenir sur la compétition. Et derrière, après, je voyais qu'à l'entraînement, ça revenait de mieux en mieux. Après, j'avais aucune idée de savoir si j'allais faire 80 rapidement ou pas, sachant qu'à plus on monte et plus c'est difficile d'avoir une assurance. Et Lausanne a été pour moi une énorme compétition parce qu'on a eu la chance d'avoir des super conditions. Et puis ça m'a permis de mettre en place tout ce que j'avais pu travailler depuis ces quelques semaines. Et puis surtout, pour moi, actuellement, le plus important, il n'est pas forcément sur le côté perf, mais plutôt sur le côté physique, et d'être capable de, chaque semaine, m'entraîner quasiment tous les jours, de faire des compétitions, de faire des voyages. Et chaque début de semaine, j'avance et je ne suis pas défoncé. Et ça fait quasiment 2 ans que je n'avais pas vécu ça. Donc maintenant, je fais le maximum pour que ça tienne pendant quelques années. Donc ce break m'a obligé à remettre pas mal de choses en place. Et pour l'instant, c'est en train de payer tranquillement. Et puis la saison est longue, donc j'ai vraiment pas de stress à avoir par rapport à ça, quoi.
Compared to all the other pole vaulters, I started pretty late. I started just beginning of June, so just with a few weeks of training, I put myself in trouble in going to Pierre-Bénite jumping. 5:45 was not ready, and Stanford, even if it was 1 week later, just the conditions were not there for me, and I was not totally fixed with what I was doing in training. But since then, I've been working well. Every day was another good day, and I could put everything together in Lausanne, so I could redo what I was doing in training, which was I was satisfied the way the competition went. But I'm not worried because it will be a long season, and I'm preparing also not only this one, I'm preparing the next one. So I'm rebuilding, and I'm glad that I don't have injuries and I don't have pain, and every day is better and better. So
Après, j'ai vu qu'à Lausanne, voilà, j'étais capable d'accrocher un top 3, ce qui était déjà une bonne victoire en soi, et que l'objectif il est là, il est de pouvoir jusqu'à la fin de la saison accrocher du top 3 et puis tout faire en sorte de pouvoir être le meilleur possible. Et en ayant fait 81 la semaine dernière, l'objectif il est forcément de refaire 80, donc de retrouver la régularité que j'ai quasiment tout le temps eu, et puis après c'est ce qui me permettra de passer des barres de plus en plus haut, et puis d'arriver le plus rapidement possible aux alentours des 5,90-6 mètres. Mais voilà, par rapport à ça, je suis vraiment pas inquiet, et je suis déjà presque en avance par rapport à ce que j'aurais pu espérer, donc c'est quand même plutôt bon signe, quoi.
no, frankly, I know that I'm behind so far. I mean, I still have a lot of work to do to be more regular at the highest level. But I was happy to make a top 3 in Lausanne with this just little training, and I know I'm not worried. I know that everything is coming together, and as I said, I've been working on for this. So being more regular to. That's 580 to go over 590, 6 meters. This is the goal, and to go again on the podium in Diamond League would be also very good.
Je dirais que j'avais tendance sûrement à être un peu plus fermé au début de ma carrière. Je peux pas dire que ça marchait pas parce que j'ai pas eu à me plaindre, mais forcément on évolue en tant qu'homme, on évolue dans notre vision des choses, et tout de suite je pense que j'ai eu encore un exemple cette semaine en passant pas mal de séances avec mon dos, c'est que je pense que là où je suis le meilleur, c'est quand il y a de l'adversité et quand j'ai de la confrontation. Et j'ai de la chance de faire une discipline que l'on peut pratiquer au plus haut niveau tout seul. On peut faire un record du monde en étant tout seul dans un concours, ça posera pas de problème. Mais ça reste que moi, ce qui m'anime, c'est vraiment cette ambiance-là. Et mardi à l'entraînement, je sais que le fait que mon dos soit là, ça m'a forcément boosté. Et je me suis bougé pour aller faire des choses encore un peu mieux que ce que je faisais en ce moment. Et après, je dirais, je pense qu'on a malheureusement un peu trop souvent l'image du sportif, du bon sportif, du très bon sportif, qui va faire des compétitions que quand il est prêt et que quand il est sûr de gagner. Et donc il oublie en fait pourquoi il fait du sport, à savoir est-ce qu'il fait du sport pour gagner ou il fait du sport pour le plaisir. Et moi j'ai jamais fait du sport pour gagner, je le fais pour le plaisir et j'ai la chance de pouvoir gagner en le faisant. Et donc c'est une notion qui est très très importante et qui me permet de prendre avec beaucoup plus de légèreté les péripéties du moment avec les blessures. Et honnêtement, moi d'avoir passé 5 mois sans faire de perche et de me tenir loin des compétitions, c'était juste un enfer. Et dès que j'ai eu le feu vert pour revenir sur une compète, peu importe le niveau, il fallait que j'y aille parce que je savais que ça allait me faire du bien, me libérer. Et puis c'est ce qui s'est passé. Donc voilà, c'est vraiment parce que moi je vis la perche et je vis le sport de manière différente. Et c'est comme ça que ça me permet d'avancer et d'être, je pense, le meilleur de moi-même, quoi.
I'm trying to get everything. At the beginning of my career, I was more like this, more selfish, into just myself, and not taking care of anything else. It worked. But since that time, we're growing up as men, and I thought it was very interesting also to welcome all the others and learn from them, because they've been challenging you on competition. It was very interesting to have Mondo last Tuesday. I've been doing a good training because of him. I could have done things by my own, but with Mondo at the time, I did things I wouldn't have done maybe myself if I would be alone. You can break a world record lonely during a meet. I mean, no one will change you. You do it by yourself. But I think it's more important sometimes to have challenging athletes together with you. And I've been learning from that. Because there are two things very important. First of all is sometimes you think you go only there to win. And some guys are going out only when they're ready to win. But I don't think this is the good way to do. I think you have to go there because you want to go there, because you want to have fun. And this is the main important thing. So when you go there for that, I mean, you can win, because having fun also, I had the chance to win a lot.
One of my favorite meets on the circuit. I talk about this like my favorite place to visit all the time, mostly for the shopping, but you know, the time.
No.
Anytime I say a time,
You say it tomorrow.
all of a sudden we're gonna start hearing world record pace, world record pace, world record pace. Like, really? I just said, you know, I feel good. But like I said, the 200 went really well. So I'm definitely seeing improvement in there, and we've been doing practice in the 100 a lot in the beginning of the season. So I think this could be a race where I want to put everything together and really see what, you know, how far I can push myself in this.
Has that happened over the past 6-8 months, and has that translated, I guess, to your improvement on the track?
Show it.
Well, I know you can't see it. Maybe I'll body bend for you. No, I mean, I've definitely gotten stronger, a lot stronger. Ralph Mann, who is a technician for the sprints in the U.S., he goes usually along a lot of the U.S. base camps. And I know Justin's worked with him a lot of times. I've seen his video enough to remember it now. But he tests out the pressure pads, and each time he comes, you know, the amount of pressure I'm putting into the blocks is more impressive than the last. And really, this year it's been about how do I apply that pressure that I'm putting into the blocks into my start. And I think now is that time where, you know, I'm finally starting to get it. And it's exciting because now that I figured out how to get it, how can I keep improving it to perfection? Teller. So I can't predict how it's going to go. But all three of us have the same goal. We want to be world champions, and we're all hard workers at it. So I can't tell how well they're training or how bad they're training. I'm assuming that we all are training very well right now as we're all producing fast times. So I really hope that, you know, the shooting out kind of comes. But at the same time, I want to be the only runner everybody sees. I mean, I think that's every runner's dream. But I enjoy the competition. I think a lot of people got shocked when they saw that I was kind of happy that I got beat in Rome. But the excitement came from now I know there's somebody out there who can beat me, and that makes me want to train harder. You know, talk with a few people about this conversation. Well, a lot of people. Doing the double is a tricky thing, going to how it is set up in trials, where it is a 4-day meet, and that means I will have to do 2 rounds of the 200 in one day, coming off of doing 2 rounds of the 100 the day before. So I have to be strong enough to do that and still be able to win on the last day. But then even if I do all that, what happens if, you know, I make it to Worlds and I don't have my plan as completely solid as my 200 is? We know now that my 200 plan strategy it's working very well. The 100 is still something I'm developing. I'm still fairly new to it. You know, the last year is where I really was like, all right, now this plan is working, so we can get out there. But you know, as I can say, I'm still no Justin Gatlin. Justin still has faster times than me. I'm not out there dominating. I've won a few here and there, but when I come out, I want to say that I'm doing the double, and I plan to win both.
Man, Monaco feels great. This is the first Diamond League meet Christian and I ever came to. We were young and just wide-eyed, and we didn't know what to do, you know, and it's just nostalgic coming back here. But, man, it's a great feeling because I feel like at the point to where we are right now, I feel like we're here to make a statement for our event. We're here to fight for our event. That's what we came here for, and I think this is the perfect place to do it.
This was really the beginning
of your career.
Yeah, of the career, 2011. So it's really crazy to think back to this. But we are familiar. We've come year after year, and yeah, very grateful for the invitation. Also, to be able to jump in front of the Prince it's pretty special, you know. But I think there's really a lot of love, a lot of passion for the jumps here. Now, even the women are triple jumping tonight. I think this is special. I think the Prince really has a passion for the triple jump, and we like to put on show. Yes, no, it's fantastic. I remember really thinking back. In 2015, we both jumped 18 meters, and Will messaged me, one of the first ones, and he said, well, how could I miss this opportunity, you know? Now we sit up here before, and we all have the potential to do it. You know, we want to make history, as Will said also on it. We're all in top shape. But as I said, if you're really chasing this mark, really, we've got the numbers where I've come down the runway faster, harder than ever before it, but I cannot jump off this. You know, and I really had to learn the hard way. Thing is, we just have to compete, and that's what happened in 2015. I was just competing. But I can't say that I think we wouldn't be here, we wouldn't still be competing if we didn't think this distance was possible. That's just what I personally believe. Like that's what we're here for. We're here to set records. We're here to make history. But you have to definitely take a different perspective, a different mindset into the competition.
What they said, I think the number when we all started to triple jump, that number was definitely on our minds. But I think that's Jonathan Edwards. That showed his execution. He executed really well on that day, and I think our focus is to execute what our coaches and all of us are working on, and I think with that comes those numbers, and I think whenever